So it's really cold, Cole.
Yeah, we should maybe do a little shot outside at some point for some particular reason. Oh, your dog's gonna freeze to death. Why don't you get him? He's gonna be shaking. Yeah. It's only negative 30 wind chill outside right now.
Got up this morning at 9 o'clock, got in my truck, and it was -4. And it was -4 most of the day. Now it's up to 3.
Well, you guys have been asking for it, and we've got new Falconry content for you. This is not Falconry content. This is a new playlist. It's just called Bare Hands Burying Eating Things. This is a new goat button. Dub's out there licking chicken bits off the ground, and now he comes back in shaking.
Poor old Dub. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everybody. Look, normally I only give Dub. Gravy, good job. Popped him right in the nuts. This is for our live streams. So every 10 minutes we're going to stop and we're just going to answer questions. Because last time we did a live stream, that's like people were like, they were interested in what we were doing, but they were more interested in asking me questions about what they wanted to know. And I was like, it's time to answer questions.
If you missed our first live stream, we're going to be doing more of those ahead. Just got a new 4K webcam, so it's going to look good now.
It's going to look excellent. You know, this year, 2022, I really missed out on the falconry season because we were getting the birds ready, and right when they were getting it ready, I hurt my shoulder. I had to have reconstructive surgery, and I've not been able to lift this hand except for about that much right now.
You're doing a good job with that Pop-Tart.
So we really didn't participate in falconry that much this year.
It's probably going to be our last long-form video of the year.
Oh, yeah, it is going to be the last one for 2022. We're pretty excited about 2023. We've got a great lineup and just a lot of video already ready to come at you guys.
I'm really excited about the Pacific Northwest series. I was looking at my hard drive and we've got a ton of content. Like
Nice.
A ton of stuff that's on the back
Nice.
burner. So even though Michael's been down with his shoulder, I can tell you we've got plenty of content that's been stacked up for a while that needs to be edited. And
Yeah.
it's not like you're not in action still.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Okay, I'm gonna go inside. Yo, I'm here with Bare Hands Baran.
We have a lot to talk about, especially when it comes to falconry, secondhand birds, and quiet falcons.
Oh, this is great. I'm excited.
I'm excited too. Y'all want to get into this?
I do. Mary?
Heck yeah, let's do it.
Jeremy?
Well, yeah, for sure.
We got a couple extra guests in the office right now. Mary's one of our wonderful volunteers, so is Jeremy. And then Corinne, obviously, we know Corinne.
She stole my phone name, so I have to go Corinne now.
So you're what?
Oh yeah, her phone name's Mary. Tells everyone she's Mary.
Oh.
I'm just looking around here and I'm like, I can see 5 things I would love to talk about, but we're gonna stick to just falcons. We're gonna talk about secondhand falcons, we're gonna talk about quiet falcons, and I'm gonna mention tame hacking.
Do we want to introduce people to Mars first?
Yeah, let's talk about Mars.
They know
Mars
Mars.
is a great falcon. So Mars is our lantern falcon, and also Mars is a quiet falcon. We like quiet falcons. Mars was tame hacked for 61 days.
Let's go over to Mars.
Are you being a good falcon? Mars is always a good falcon. Mars is very wed to the lure and an exceptional bird. He hasn't been flown to the lure in about 3 months.
A little poopy.
Well, that's typical falcon. But one of the great things about Mars is that he is solidly wed to the lure and he's quiet. And we like that because I just don't like falcons screaming at you.
So that's kind of what they're known for, is be a little screamy.
Well, captive bred birds that are hard imprints like he is are known to be vocal. And sometimes it's just a whack whack, but sometimes it's a constant screech. There's one particular situation we're going to talk about today where most falconers find themselves in, and that's where they gain a second-hand bird. And we're going to talk about Lucy, who became BOLTCUTTER.
I just thought of like I Love Lucy. Like, I love Bolt Cutter. That's what it became.
Well, hey, we'll get that sticker for the merch store.
I love Bolt Cutter.
All right, I don't remember exactly where Lucy came from originally, but she's been with us for about 6 or 7 years.
The hood just starts to shake and rumble.
Yeah. We got Lucy here in St. Louis, and then Lucy went to Dallas, Texas for a little while, and then Lucy went to Kansas City, and then Lucy went to Wichita, and then Lucy went back to Kansas City, and then she became Bolt Cutter, and then she went to Sacramento, California, and now she's back in St. Louis.
And this is because you have multiple locations.
That's because we have multiple locations. People were using her for different purposes. She's an abatement falcon. Her mother was a 100% peregrine, and her father was half gyr and half saker. So she's a hefty bird. She's a big falcon. You ready to open it?
Yeah.
All right, so we just got her in. She still has a hood on. We have just traveled back from Lubbock, Texas, where I picked her up. And there's Bolt Cutter. Now, I'll tell you, her name was Lucy for a while. It might go back to Lucy, but she delivers such a powerful bite that she was nicknamed Bolt Cutter because she can cut right through bolts. All right, come on, step up. There you go. As you know, she's got a hood on, and she's had a hood on for 2 days because we've been traveling.
Well, I know, before we take the hood off, can we just do a size comparison next to Mars? Because
Sure.
I know Mars will still be freaking out a little bit, but...
So this is Mars, who's a lanner falcon, which is a smaller falcon. Lanner falcons, and Annie's a male. Lucy is a female, and so you can see she's a much bigger, thicker bodied bird.
Yeah, like double the size.
Yeah. Now, amazingly, though, their colorations are very similar, you know?
Yeah, that's why a lot of people think Mars is a peregrine, because they do look kind of similar.
Well, so she does not look like a peregrine at all.
Well,
Like,
no, yeah,
the
you're
only
right.
thing that really looks like a peregrine on her is just some of these spotches and splotches right here. So peregrines typically are a little more solid in color. Their breasts are typically kind of blue, steely gray, and then they have a really beautiful black head. And you'll see that she doesn't. She looks a lot like the lanner falcon.
Yeah, for
Just
sure.
because she's got saker in her, she's got gyr in her, and she has peregrine in her. So this is a typical hood, a Dutch type hood. This is a top knot, and this is where you hold the hood when you're putting the hood on. These are bracers, and you use the bracers to strike and to pull. And so to take the hood off, you have to bite one side with your mouth, and then you pull the other side when you're going to strike them and pull them.
Okay.
Now the trick is to do it without getting your lip bit off.
Oh, okay.
Now you don't pull the hood off right away because you don't want the bird to want to throw the hood immediately upon being broke.
Yeah, just try to throw it.
So I'll leave it on for a minute, and then I'll just pull it off. And there you go.
Oh, so far so good.
Yeah, she's got a nice dark head.
Wow,
much
eyes.
darker than Mars.
Now, is it Cooper's hawks or peregrines that have the orange eyes?
So
Oh boy.
Cooper's hawks
boy.
definitely have red eyes as they get older.
I'm gonna step back.
Yeah. No, we don't need to talk about anything. There's nothing to talk about here.
Baby, stay. Sit.
So this is not screaming. This is just being vocal.
Come here.
However,
Sit.
I
Good boy.
suspect that she could break out into screaming at any moment.
And that's
We just don't know what to expect.
what's the conundrum, you know? Like, is it just not daily use of the bird, or?
No, so a couple of things happen with falcons, especially if they're imprint falcons. If they're imprint falcons and they're misimprinted, in other words, the falconer did not follow a good recipe to imprint the falcon properly, then they can have a lot of food association. Now, she's watching my hand, you know, and a lot of that is like remnants of food association. What she's doing right now is not being vocal for food association. She's just being vocal, letting everybody know that she's not real comfortable. She's seeing everybody for the first time. She wants to make sure everybody knows that she's in charge and that she's around. Like if she gets hungry, I promise you she's going to start screaming. So we won't let that happen.
That's what I was about to say is you weren't here, but I did give her a day-old chick this morning. So that happened.
No, that's fine. We're gonna feed her and keep her full right now. So her purpose is that she has a job to do, and that is to keep pigeons off of this large plant that we're working on in Kansas City. So I'm gonna be taking her back and forth and flying her off the top of a 60-story structure, and she's gonna keep all the pigeons away. So to do that, we're gonna have to bring her back, get her strong, get her wed to the lure, make sure that she's understanding what we're doing, and she's such a big bird. Look at that wingspan for Falcon.
Oh, okay. Gravy, sit.
So
good boy.
So she's a big, thick bird for a falcon, and no pigeons are gonna mess with her.
And I'm wanting to step up my falconry a bit.
Okay.
And I know Jenna is as well.
Yeah.
Corinne, you do some falconry. Jeremy, he threw up his hand. Mary's like, no, thank you. I hope to do and be a part of some of the YouTube videos ahead.
So the very first step to becoming a really good falconer is to put your finger in front of her mouth. Right, like right now. Go ahead.
I don't.
Everybody's going
As much as I trust you, I couldn't trust you in that moment.
That's good, because that was a trick. I was going to see how much blood we could get.
I was going to say the first step of becoming a good falconer is to find a good master falconer. So I have to find one of those first.
That's right.
All right, we did a little bird roundabout.
Oh, and while y'all were gone, we put Lucy in the giant hood without her hood on, and she's doing really well.
She is. She hasn't squawked.
Well, not only that, but she hasn't bounced around and knocked around. That's what usually happens when you put a falcon in a hood, giant hood. So we're going to teach her to use the giant hood, but mostly we want to see how she's going to operate on the pole perch. So let's get her out. It's okay. It's all right, Lucy.
Oh boy.
It's okay. Come here. You're all right. You're okay.
Okay.
You're all right. So which one do you want her on?
The one I just made up last night for her.
This one?
Yeah.
All right.
Gravy, come. My dog's been doing really good with the birds, except for the rooster that he put in his mouth that one time.
Yeah, putting roosters in your mouth, not good. So we're probably going to change this leash setup so we can put a swivel inside it, because there's no swivel currently. But we'll see what she does with this. There you go. What do you think, Lucy?
Yeah, she's just staring directly at me right now. Like, who are you?
Yeah, so a lot of it is reconditioning and getting her used to our way of doing things. So whatever was done in the past, we'll be able to erase that over the next couple weeks, and we'll get her used to doing our routine. And so she'll calm down, she'll get used to us, she'll understand when she's fed, she'll understand when she's supposed to be on the pole perch, she'll understand when it's time to go to work. And it's the way we want to do it.
We've got a really great falconry playlist if you haven't checked that out, so I'll link that below in the description. And we're going to be going through a lot of the basics and also some of the not so basics with this new falconry playlist that we're starting.
We moved Mars from a pole perch to a shelf perch.
He's excited about that.
Yeah, he's looking really good over there.
New and improved perch. I don't know if you saw, but I made a little poop sliding tray.
I saw that. I like it. And look at all our falconry walls.
Well, we're working on reorganization, so don't admire it too much right now.
And look at our barn owl. She thinks she's a falconry bird too.
Welcome, Cricket.
Cricket's like, I don't know about this new setup.
It's her new home. She's trying to figure it out.
There we go. That's perfect. Nice.
Hi, little baby.
And look, right behind her is a hawk crossing.
Yeah, we're gonna have to update that.
But watching this bird go from this to an incredible abatement bird, making 50, 60 passes at the lure and keeping a whole plant free of pigeons. It's going to be amazing. You must click the notification bell, because if you don't click the notification bell, you're not going to get notified when we drop new videos. Also, I answer every single comment that's left. So leave a comment and let's talk.
a merch store. Go check out the merch store in the description. Later, guys.